Hi everybody, you're welcome to Just for Women Africa. My name is Olalekan Amusa. Today we're going to talk in money, how to make money, how to invest money. And no other person can do it better than Christian Vishihami, known as the Money Mechanic, all the way in Just Nigeria. She'll be talking to us about some things we need to know about money and how to make money. So stick around and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back to Just for Women Africa. We have us the Money Mechanic. Hello, you're welcome to Just for Women Africa.
Thank you so much, Lekon. It's good to be here.
Same here, same here. Congratulations on being called to the Nigerian bar. Congratulations. Now, could you tell us how does a lawyer end up, talking so much about investments and money?
Okay, well, I think for me it was a journey of a personal experience. I had some issues with my finances a couple of years, prior to now, and it was my journey through getting back on track with my finances that actually spurred me to want to help others with their finances. And then, seen as a personal passion of mine is to teach, I decided to actually begin to share this knowledge by becoming a financial coach. But nonetheless, as a lawyer, there are some certain, will I say, things that you know as a lawyer that actually helps you be a better financial coach.
Oh, that's great. That's great to hear. Okay, the money mechanic. All right, this is just for women in Africa, and we mostly focus on women entrepreneurs around Africa. Could you tell us what is it about money that people are not just able to manage it properly?
I think money, you often hear people say money has a spirit, and all of those things. I think that money is, because money affects every area of our lives, it could be very tempting to be very careless with it. Money can be very addictive, and I'm sure that you agree with me that money is very addictive. I think that because it is something that affects every area of our lives, it's almost the solution to 99% of our problems. Managing it can be very, very tough because it also affects your level of knowledge. It also affects your standard of living and all of those things. So I think that is the primary reason why money can be very, very difficult to manage. The fact that it's addictive, and a lot of people don't have the knowledge that they need to manage it well.
So for women who are watching all over Africa and the world, could you give us some four tips entrepreneurs need to know in order to be able to manage their money much more better, efficiently, and of course, make more money?
Okay, so I think the first tip I'll share is the fact that you must understand as an entrepreneur that your business finance and your personal finance are two different things. And why is this important? Because so when I started off as a coach, I was focusing more on personal finance, and then I got to see that a lot of the people I was working with had businesses, and that showed me that they could not usually they could not distinguish between their business finance and their personal finance. And for me, that was a concern, seen as I am an entrepreneur myself. So I'll say the very first thing is you must understand very clearly that your business finance is totally different from your personal finance, and you must treat it as such. And so it would lead me to my second tip also for entrepreneurs. Don't make the mistake of joining your personal finance and your business finance. Whether your business makes as little as 5,000 naira per month or per day or per week, have a separate bank account for your business. This is very, very crucial. A lot of us made this mistake when we're starting off. We're using the same accounts to collect pocket money. We're using the same accounts to get payments for our business, and we're using the same accounts to save and all of those things. Your finances need to be separated. So as an entrepreneur, if you have big plans for your business, start by having the solid foundation of separating your business finances from your personal finance. The third tip I'll give is do not joke with record keeping. As a business owner, don't joke with record keeping. Record keeping is so important. Not only does it give you data for your business, but you're also able to know if you are making profit as a business or not. You need to know your numbers. You really need to know your numbers. Your numbers affect whether you can run a sale or not. Your numbers affect whether you can seek for a loan or not. Your numbers affect, whether you can expand or scale your business or not, whether you can afford to hire or you need to fire. You need to be able to keep proper accounts of your cash flow. And your cash flow is basically the money that comes in and goes out. You should be able to know how much is coming in and how much is going out. I would say that the fourth and most important thing that entrepreneurs need to know concerning their finances is that financial literacy is a continuous thing. So you must be ready to put yourself to learn about your finances. Yes, it is great to get an accountant. It is great to get, someone who does the books. It is great to work with auditors, but you should be the very first person that is responsible for both your business finance and your personal finance.
You did mention something about getting an auditor. How important is it for entrepreneurs to have auditors, auditing their books all the time?
So there is only so much you can do, to a point with your record keeping. However, when it comes to actually balancing your books, now I know that the challenge for many entrepreneurs, especially when they're in the early stages of their business, is that affording an auditor could be expensive, and I totally agree. However, what you can do is get an auditor that comes in from time to time, maybe every quarter or maybe half of the year, right? And they come and help you just balance out your books, because sometimes, because we don't have in-depth accounting knowledge, there might be some little errors that we make when we are keeping our books. However, the truth is, if you start well by keeping your books properly, you make your auditor's job easier. Now, for auditors, they charge, based on the volume of the work. So if you don't have any books at all, they're going to charge you a lot of money because you don't have anything they can work with. But when you give them something they can work with, and all they need to do is put some finishing touches, your expenses are actually reduced on that front. Also, an auditor is important when you need to seek for loans or investors to come and invest in your company. Your books are like the very first thing that investors want to be able to see and access, right? And when your books are not straightened out, it just gives this question mark about your business. So an auditor is there to help you straighten out your books and also help you position yourself to upskill your business as a business owner.
Okay, so let's just break it down for viewers who are watching. When you say balance your books, what exactly are you referring to?
Okay, so there are so many parts when it comes to balancing your books, but I would say that the basic thing that you must do as a business owner is have your income and your expenses clearly recorded. So when you make a sale, you should be able to record. So let's do it this way. Income basically is money that comes in, right? And it's not always from sales. Sometimes income may come in as an investment from you, from a family member, or from an investor, however, or whatever, a grant. So any income that comes in must be recorded on a daily basis if possible. Now, some business owners may not have the time to keep their books on a daily basis, but at least on a weekly basis, at most, you should sit down with your books and ensure that your record of your income is up to date. Then, the second thing you should never neglect is your expenses. I think this is even where we make the most mistake. So many of us are busy recording income, and because we see our income, it seems like money is coming in. We neglect the fact that money is also going out. And it's very important that you must keep records, accounts, accurate records of your money going out. And I will say this to the most minute thing. In Nigeria, we have a lot of bank charges. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Nigeria, there are a lot of bank charges. You see things as little as 2 naira, 6 point something naira, 15 naira. You see those things, they add up. They add up. You must keep records so that at the end of the month, you can look through your books and say, this is how much came in and this is how much went out. Am I making profit? Is the income that is coming in actually taking care of the expenses that this business incurs? So I would say this is the main thing that a business owner must do when keeping their books. Another thing I'd just like to add is that as a business owner, you should be able to know your reoccurring costs. You should be able to know what how much do I actually spend running this business? When I look at my business monthly, when I include salaries, I include rent, utilities, logistics, and all of that, how much do I actually need to run my business? Do you know what this does for you? It now gives you an idea of what your financial projections for the month should be. So if I need 50,000 naira to run my business per month, it means I need to be making at least 50 to 55,000 in sales at least per month. So this gives me an idea on how my marketing should be, how my positioning should be, and all of that.
It's good to clarify that for people who are watching the show and do not actually know what the term balance in the books means. All right. Okay, the money mechanic. I know everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to make additional money. I mean, I know you've given out some guidelines for people to follow. But in today's economy worldwide, do you have any tips for people on how to make more money?
Okay, so I mean, there are definitely specifics, but before I mention some specifics, I would say the very first way for you to make or have other sources of income is to leverage on your skills, your knowledge, your abilities, your challenges as well, to leverage on the opportunities around you to create sources of income. So we all know, and I believe that we all agree, that having one source of income right now in today's world and economy is just very risky. You must be able to have something else that you are doing. Now, I'm not an advocate for drop your 9 to 5 job, resign your job, follow your passion. You can keep your 9 to 5 job, but ensure that you are taking from your active income and putting the money, part of it, into something that is passive in nature. And speaking of passive income, it feels like you read my mind because I literally just typed a post about passive income 5 minutes to this. I would say that there are a couple of things that you can do for passive income. Aside your active income, you can engage in passive income streams like monetizing your knowledge. So in other words, put your knowledge in digital products and sell them. You can also invest in the stock market, buy stocks and shares, and stockpile them as they increase in value. You can also choose to invest in another business that you're not actively involved in once you draw up the correct legal terms and conditions. I would say other sources of passive income can also be real estate, and real estate is broad now. It's not just restricted to buying land alone. There's land banking, of course, buying land, but there are also things like having structures that you can rent, you can engage in short lets, and all of that. The opportunities are endless. There's affiliate marketing, there's drop shipping. The opportunities are endless. I would just say, look, leverage on the skills you have, the knowledge you have, the challenges you have, and create opportunities out of them.
Thanks a lot, Christian, for being on the show. Really appreciate it. What's your last words to women in Africa and all over the world?
Okay, so I would say, look, man, we are now in a very peculiar generation where money concerns everyone. Gone are the days where women took the back seat when it came to matters of money. Women now have responsibility, and we owe it to ourselves to work towards financial freedom. Financial freedom enables you to plan your future, enables you to make decisions that concern you, enables you to take life into your hands and make the best of it. So don't shy away from issues of money. Work towards financial freedom because you deserve it.
Thank you a lot, Christian. Thanks a lot for being on the show. We wish you all the best. We look forward to interviewing again in the future.
Thank you, Lekon. Thank you so much.
So viewers who are watching, do not forget to like, subscribe, tell a friend who knows a friend about Just from West Africa. And from Christina all the way in Just Nigeria, it's me. Bye.
Bye.